sit on the edge of the beach where all the big rocks are. It gives me a high enough view to see the water in all its grandiosity. The people to me now look like mites, and I might just join them, fading into the distance, making the next person to sit here squint just to see what brooding gets them. When I'm on the edge, I tend to think about life. Granted, more than I should, but what else do you do when you're in a secluded spot away from everything? No, I seriously contemplate the decisions I need to make in the future. I watch the rolling waves turn over like dogs owned by the master of seas. The waterlogged scent drifts through my head space, life's fog carried in its implications. They all just watch me in confusion. I used to be like all of them, judging the opinionated like minds, the lovers of complex life challenges. I seen myself in them a bit. I seen an aimless, youthful, unchecked apathy a boy like me could drown in forever if not for the waves safely returning me to the shore. But in that sense, everything looks about the same now. A blame game we crowd with names and sounds. Repetitive. I like to terrorize them sometimes. The unfortunate souls that wander to my spot. The goal isn't to rot here, I usually tell them. But they don't hear me. Whatever happened to just going in the water and keeping it moving? The world is changing too fast for me nowadays. Not that I'm trying to keep up, but still. I'd like to feel some thrill too before I need to write a will. The parasailers get the idea. Try a bit of everything so you can live life with no regrets. I like the idea in theory, but I was so wrong about myself and how the world chooses to see me. But the foundation's already been built, and all my friends are filling graves too early. I tried to help, and what did that get me? This is why I keep to myself. I look back on the days when we were satisfied, when we didn't look for happiness, but simply counted the sticks and stones needed to rebuild what they broke. When bones and muscle were all the entertainment we needed, brains and brawn made lots of loose change, and door to door we could find a shoulder to cry on. Those times no longer hold the same weight. As heavy as they are, the water carries those memories away too. But we did the best we could to hold on to them. Now, here I am sulking about my disposition on society, like the world's gonna stop to listen to my 2 cents. But even I needed my moment, because at a moment's notice everything becomes far away, and we lose our time to talk about it. I try not to hide my feelings behind allegories, but in my opinion, I never really bothered to filter anything. They say that heartfelt is the best policy, but when the tides rise and you're stuck in that shoal, it will drown in that mentality. But the ones that stay real and humble see the patterns. I, personally, prefer an honest lifestyle. I'd say I'd even like it. The way of staying true to my word and following through. Keeping myself grounded and my standards realistic. Never asking for more than I'm given. Never taking more than I'm offered. Dreaming just the right amount to save space. Reminding myself to stay modest. Never biting off more than I can chew. Except I did. And I still suffer the consequences, setting out to live the luxurious, isolated life I dreamed up, following the tides to unknown depths, chasing the currents past my threshold, and seeking no one to save me. But I digress. When did we have time for any of this? These overhydrated pains deposited in my soul. The washed out slang I can't seem to unlearn. The drowning regret of disconnection. I won't forget. My life regurgitated the perfect time wasters, and all I smell on the wind is me. It went up me. It came down me. Came tumbling down. Right on me. I could stand up right now. I could dust myself off and say, I'm fine, but I don't really care about the stuff they say anymore. I used to be like them, judging the opinionated like minds, the lovers of complex life challenges. Now I receive the judgment, like an Ouroboros of karma coming to collect the damage fees. They say I'm stupid because I push away the help I need. Even though the deed is done and I feed myself delusions like I won, I've already succeeded, I'm no longer needed, and everyone under the sun thinks I mean when I say I mean. But what I mean by I don't need anyone to make me happy is I'm not looking for happiness, I'm looking for satisfaction. Hard earned and worth my time left here. Like when those sticks and stones rebuilt what I had broke within my very own soul. When my bones and muscles impressed myself and not just others. My smarts and strength were enough to live off of, and I didn't have to look far for the help I needed. That's what I meant. They call me selfish for keeping to myself, when sharing myself with the world would be equivalent to sharing a cup of water with the ocean. I'm not trying to be special. I'm not trying to be someone. I'm not even trying. I just want to be here. On the edge of the beach, where all the big rocks are, to give myself a high enough view of the water in all its grandiosity.